Have we ever watched a perfect moment pass us by and only realized it was perfect when it was already gone? We've all been there. That conversation we kept postponing. That dream we saved for someday. That person we kept meaning to call until there was no more time left to call them. What if the greatest thief in our lives isn't failure, isn't fear, but time itself? And what if we've already let it steal more than we know? If stories like these speak to something inside you, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so no story ever reaches you too late. Now, let's step into today's story. His name was Elias, a farmer in a small valley where mornings smelled of wet earth and evenings came slow and golden. He had 40 acres, rich soil, good water, hands that knew how to work. Every morning, the rooster crowed and Elias rose, not because he was eager, because the land needed him. He was patient, he was steady, and he believed, deep in his bones, that there was always tomorrow. That was his greatest quality, and his most dangerous lie. One autumn, the neighboring farmers began planting their winter crops early. They moved with urgency. Elias watched them from his porch, cup in hand. "There's still time," he told himself. "The ground isn't ready yet. I'll start next week." Next week became next month. The soil grew cold. When the other farmers' seeds were already rooted deep, Elias was just unfolding his planting bags. He worked hard. He planted late. But the frost came exactly when the calendar said it would, not when Elias was ready. That winter night, Elias sat on the porch alone. The fields were bare. A cold wind moved through the valley. The other farms were covered. His were not. And in that silence, a quiet question rose inside him. Not a loud one, a still one. "How many seasons have I traded for someday?" The loss spread like frost cracks in stone, one thing breaking into another. His crops failed. No harvest, no income. Without income, he couldn't repair the old irrigation pipes he had been meaning to fix. That spring, they cracked completely, and without water, half of his 40 acres went dry. The land his father left him, slowly going back to wild. Everything that broke was something he had always planned to protect. Just not yet, just not today. One morning, his neighbor's young son came running across the field. He stopped at the fence, looked at the cracked, bare earth, then tilted his face toward the winter sky. He said something simple, the way children say the truest things. "My papa says, the sun rises whether you're ready or not." Then he ran back. Elias said nothing, but something shifted, quietly, irreversibly, inside him. Elias didn't make a grand plan. He didn't swear to change everything. That same afternoon, he picked up one tool, a shovel, and cleared one corner of the cracked, frozen earth. Just that corner, just that day. The next morning, he was up before the rooster crowed. He cleared another section, not because he could see the whole harvest, but because the sun had already risen, and this time, he was going to be standing in the field when it did. 3 years later, that first corner Elias cleared, the one he almost abandoned, turned out to hold the richest soil on the entire property. The frost had killed his shallow-rooted, late-planted crops, but the repeated turning of that corner, season after broken season, had brought deep nutrients to the surface. His most broken ground became his most productive. If the frost hadn't come when it did, Elias would never have touched that corner. He would have left it covered and used, ordinary, the season that ruined him, rebuilt him at the root. Here is what Elias learned, and what we want to leave with you today. Maybe right now, you are carrying a someday that is getting heavier, a conversation, a commitment, a dream that keeps being delayed because the timing never feels quite right. 3 things Elias' story teaches us. First, time does not wait for your readiness. It moves on the same schedule, whether you join it or not. Second, the cost of delay is never just the thing you missed. It is the chain of things that fall apart after. Third, your most broken season may be preparing your richest ground, but only if you pick up the shovel. The sun rises whether you're ready or not. The only question is, will you be standing in the field when it does? If today's story touched something in you, you are not alone. This channel exists for people who are ready to see their life differently. Subscribe, leave a like, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Hit the bell icon so the next story reaches you before another season passes. Elias still farms the same valley, but now, every morning, before the rooster crows, he is already in the field, not rushing, not panicking, just present, just here, because he finally understood what his father's land had been trying to teach him all along, that the most valuable crop you will ever grow is the time you choose not to waste. The sun rises whether you're ready or not. So tell me, what is the one thing you have been saying someday to? Drop it in the comments. Your answer might be exactly what someone else needed to read today.